Welcome to Daily Reps, where I get a heap of volume up and just chat through thoughts, whether it's how we get athletes better, what I'm working on my own shot, and overall, whenever I'm getting volume up, I'm just going to talk my way through it. Today I'm training in the D-Book 1. I love this shoe. I hope the second one is really good. I've ordered it. I'll let you know how that goes. Probably one of my favorite basketball shoes I've worn in the last at least 3 years. It's definitely one of my favorites. Only thing I thought with these is that I just wish they came out with more of the PE colorways. Like all the colorways you see on that Devin Booker wears, we get like a small fraction, and I just wish we had more. Anyway, getting a heap of volume up. 1, hopefully I shoot well. 2, if I do have anything that goes wrong, I'll let you know. And I'll run you through some of the thoughts I had from when I trained a bunch of athletes on the weekend, common problems, what athletes need to work on, and hopefully it relates to you at home and you get better. Starting off with straight legs, touch work. I'm making sure that I'm getting to my set point and I'm focusing on being fast through my elbow and leading that speed with pointing down through my shot. So I got speed going through my action. The only thing I will say to athletes watching at home, if you see me have a high elbow and you're a younger kid, like 17 below, don't start with a high elbow shot. You'll have barely any power, which will then limit your range, which will ultimately hurt your depth perception. So even though I'm doing this, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it all, having it a bit closer to your body. So my elbow's a bit higher, but I'm focused on being quick and trying to make sure that I'm leading, even though I'm fast, I'm leading with my pointer going down. You often see a lot of athletes and they'll turn their follow through, and the first thing a coach will say is just hold your follow through straight. But the reason why that doesn't make much sense is because most athletes aren't trying to really turn their body. They're doing it because there's a lack of power. And you can see from my last few shots, I've got no legs in it right now, and naturally I'm turning through. I always think of it when I'm doing threes, I want this to be really smooth. I don't want to be stopping too much. It's a set point, not a stop point. So I'm here, fluid through, and now I get to some quarter depth. The reason why I talk about quarter depth so much is because you don't get more power the lower you get. It's more so, if I've got quarter depth, I've got a good base where I can leap and spring up from it whenever I want, on demand. Now, you can do it if you're at home. If I'm going like a quarter squat compared to like a low ass to the grass squat, trying to get really low, I'm gonna be way more powerful from here compared to having my glutes far lower. I wanna be at the point where I find it easy to extend through my legs whenever I want to. That's better. I wanna be quicker when my hands and base connect and be really fluid all the way through. I wanna transfer that power. One of those things that if you are trying to start lifting your elbow up towards the ring, from here onwards, I'm trying to be really fluid, because it's great having a higher set shot, but the biggest restraint you're gonna have is access to power. So when I always talk about having hands and base connected, I do that because it's really easy to be fluid rather than lifting when my glutes are going down. It's almost pulling in two directions. It's really hard to establish power when my glutes are going down and lift my arms. So as I go further back, I actually stand straight up, wrist loaded, and ball and body go low, then I get fluid through. I do this just to like straighten my line every time through my shot. Extended left hand, ball goes back in front, and I'm fluid through. Extended shoulder, left knee, through, right shoulder. Dodgy. Gonna do that again. I just shouldered my shot, meaning I kind of got here, not through it. Better. Fixed it. I was twisting through my base just then. So I want to make sure that I'm using both legs. Also, when you're shooting it, there's a big power factor. Speed. And you can have great form, but if you're not shooting with pace, you simply won't be consistent. if I want to think about making shots, I always think comes down to form and power. So right now I'm like focusing on putting power through both legs, and when I do commit to it, like hands and bases set, then I'm thinking just commit and go through. Now I'm going to shoot some quick ones, just catching, going up with it, and my focus is going to be, even though I'm adding speed, let's not let my form drop off a cliff. And there's always going to be some small adjustments. Like I'm not getting, my body's like twisting too much a bit on the shot, so I'm just putting pace through it. That was better. And staying a little bit more square. When I say like square, for me, that means a bit more to the ring. For some athletes, it's a slight turn and that's fine. But whether you have a slight turn or whether you twist, you twist at the start, like you'll start at the side, you typically don't want to be kicking through it. Hands are terrible there. Just thrust it through, stay balanced. Come on. That was so dodgy. Bit better. I didn't get my hands under the ball. I never want to get here and miss shots. I always want to get underneath it. Bit better. I'm now trying to limit how long I'm looking at the ring, saying, can I get set quickly and still be accurate? Now for back out. Like just then, turn my whole hand in wanting to get back out of the ball, and I gotta shoot the same way I want to every time. Come on. I went a bit early and I paused too long. Speed. Come on. Pace is better. Still turn my hand. I've got to do more work early. Whenever I get set, I make shots, but I'm just working on like, if I'm quicker, can I get set faster and go through my action? I'm shooting like a 67% clip right now, which is okay. Dodgy hands. But when I'm shooting an open gym, I want to at least be shooting at like at least 70, 75. So whatever you do in game, you're gonna half. Oh, come on. Come on. Stay balanced. There we go. Come on. Let's play out of a snatch. Not bad. Come on. My left snatches are dodgy. Come on. Come on. Let's maybe do some dead legs. My shoulders are shocking and I was pushing across. Let's do that again. Give me a, that's better. The weak of my hands, where's better? Come on, come on. Give me a right leg punch. Come on. Dodgy as hell. Right hand punch, come on. Turn my thumb to my face, get set. Come on, come on. Not getting under it. I'm here, I gotta get under that ball. Bit of fatigue, it's okay. Come on! I hate making the same mistake twice. Make or miss shots. Better. Make or miss shots, like, you have to hold yourself to a standard. Whether I'm by myself, same thing. Like, I'm not just training for the sake of training. What do I have to get better at? Get under it, come on. And how can I do that over and over and over again? Come on, come on. Quick one, come on. Oh. I hate that, that was so slow. That's so bad. Come on, come on, stay light. Turning through. Now you might think, oh, John, why are you cranky? I'm not cranky, I'm focused. 65 clip, and the thing that frustrates me with that is that I'm control of what should happen, and I hate that I allowed myself to start turning through. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park that feeling and get focused on how I go fix it. Because there's no point in me getting negative for the problem that I know I can fix. So I'm gonna go to my next spot. I'm gonna make sure I'm here, I'm not twisting because I'm lazy, I'm making sure. Same shot every single time. If I lean closer to being perfect more often, I'll make more shots. Let's go do it.